Hello, everybody. It's Heiden, and I'm back with another turn with the Macho versus Heiden campaign. It's January 19th, 1942. We're just killing it, man. Moving a lot of turns here. So many turns that I've got videos stacked up behind each other ready to release, which is a good problem to have. Oh! Dang it! Well, I hope I don't lose that destroyer. Man, it's such a small density minefield, too. Darn it. Man, I'm bummed out about that. I'm bummed out about that destroyer taking a mine. Hope it doesn't sink. That's the ship that got hit by, what do you call it? Got hit by, bombs yesterday. It didn't figure to last, though. Okay, we got something going on at Pago. I'm not sure if he's bringing in troops or supplies, but activity there for sure. Okay, hopefully we don't hit any more mines, please. Okay, just got some dot bases to police up here. Okay, apparently a lot of dot bases to police up. Okay, please don't hit any more mines, guys. Ugh. Oh, man. Well, I really needed those bombing missions in China to go off. Hopefully they do on the PM phase. Because we need to... Severe storms in Palembang, too. Great. That's going to be fun. Weather's really killing me right now. Yeah. All the missions I really needed to fly got canceled, looks like. Except for this one. Good. We're attacking the 100th Corps today, so if we can do some good damage to it, that'd be nice. Okay, light raid on Baton. Looks like the flak is subsiding a bit and we're getting hits again. Alright, let's see how the flak chews us up today. And on top of that, we've got bad weather. Ugh. Oh my god, the flak. What is going on with the flak at Palembang? Why are we losing so many aircraft to flak all of a sudden? I don't understand it. I don't know what to do about the flak losses at Palembang. It's out of control. We're losing way more aircraft than we can replace right now. Oh, so much for that. I was ready this time. I think we should be able to finish these guys off pretty easily. Alright, well, PBY's not getting through today. Okay. Other than a lot of flak losses over Palabang, not too much happened here in the air. That's basically supply that we're unloading at Nadi now. Okay, here we go, land combat. Little armored shock attack here across the river towards Lanchow. I don't think this should be much of an issue for us here. And we push this enemy brigade over towards Signing, which is actually good because that's where we're heading anyway. So we'll just keep chasing them into that base, no problem. And look at that, he is out of supply. It's a good sign. Very acceptable loss rate there. Okay, deliberate attack here. I really don't know how this is going to go. I waited till I felt like I had enough troops here, so let's see if we can actually break through this time. I really don't. It's not looking good, but let's try it out. Here we go. I really want to get into Ankang. Ah. Oof. Oof. Oh. Oh, we take a lot of losses there. So he has 1,400 AV there. That's more than I thought. It's not great. But, you know, the nice thing is here, it's mostly disablements we have here and not actual squads destroyed, where he has quite a few more squads destroyed. So we've taken out about 300 of his AV versus 400 of mine. Once the rest of my reinforcements get in here, I think we'll be able to potentially continue pushing this attack. But yeah, it didn't go quite as well as I was hoping. It didn't help that none of my bombers flew here today due to weather. Okay, now we're counterattacking at Consien, the 100th Chinese Corps. I would love to kill this thing, but I don't think I'll get that lucky. We don't kill it, but we push it off into the distance, and that's fine with me. And it's lost almost all of its strength after that, so it's basically dead to me now, and that's fine. I don't even need to worry about it anymore. We'll just let it rot. Ooh, this is probably not going to go well. Okay, I take that back. It went very well. I don't know how. Because he's in the wrong op mode again. What is he doing? Okay, so we push him off the road here, and the only reason we were able to do that is because he's not paying attention to his units, and he has them in the wrong op mode. So we push this guy and reopen this rail line, which means I can move troops in here to potentially push these guys out of these bases to get reinforcements. So good job, Ching An Tweeg Brigade. Alright, and here we go with our daily bombardments at Palembang. Good trade. Our AV is really coming up, and his is more or less stagnating. And here we go, trying again for a deliberate attack at Kwanton. Maybe the 5th time's the charm here. Nope. I'm just going to have to rest these guys. I thought we could get them dead, but they just won't die. I don't get it, man. They're hanging on for dear life at Kwanton. Okay. Now it's time for the Allies to counterattack and bombard us. So let's see how this goes. Oh, not good at all. We've taken disproportionate amount of casualties on that. We definitely need to get more artillery in here because this is not helping our cause. Okay. I would say this is another turn that I don't like. Aircraft losses today, 4 Sallies, and man, I cannot afford these because I don't have enough. And a bunch of other ops losses here. He only loses 1 PPY, so this is yucky. 7 aircraft losses and 5 killed pilots, so we're really starting to lose our edge on aircraft loss points right now. Ship sunk last turn. The Venice Maru, which is one of my better cargo ships, so Limas are pretty good. That got hit by bombs and finally went down this turn. Army loss points creeped up again. Looks like we gained another 4 due to my less than stellar attacks in China this turn. For the turn, though, we did gain some points due to bases that got larger, like Manila. That's going to give us a lot of points. I'll show you that as we go around the map. All right. So, taking a look at the map now. In China, it looks like he finally got some units into this hex here behind us. I'm assuming they're just coming in here to be disruptive. So I'm not worried about these. I'm worried more about these guys here because there's quite a bit more of them. The rest of these guys appear to be moving towards Chungking. Let's start at the top. The good news is Lanchow is firmly in our grasp with almost no damage here. So we've got additional fuel and oil and supply flowing down into our coffers, not into his. We defeated his unit just north of Lanchow, and we're going to give chase to that. So put all these guys onto reserve mode. And we will tell them all to march. And we'll move here to defeat this unit. Set all to march. Because we're going to press on for signing, which is also another base with a lot of point value to us. Lanchow's got a lot, and signing has a lot as well. Here in this hex, again, my recon is really letting me down. I'm not getting a good picture of what we're dealing with. I would not have attacked this turn had I known he had this many troops in here. So looking at this, we had about 3,100 AV when we started, and now we're down to substantially less. So first thing we're going to do is divide up all of these divisions that took heavy hits. That one's okay. So also, we're not going to deliberate attack again, so we're going to put these all to combat. And we'll divide up everything that can be divided up to help them heal up faster for another attack. We did inflict decent losses on him, including a lot of squads that were destroyed. We have disablements. He has destroyed squads more so. So we just need to rest these guys. So divide them up. I can do that off screen. I don't need to show you that, so I'll do that later. But you know what? That's fine. I also have another 1,100 here and another 900 below coming in. So these will tip the scale in our favors, and we can start pressing our advantage up this way. Once we break through at Ankang, we can really start surrounding all these Chinese troops up here. Over here in Shaoyang, we just arrived. So next turn, we go into combat mode. And we'll just attack there. We'll have that base. And then next turn, these guys get into Henyang. And then from that point, we're basically we're basically stopped. All right, there's not going to be any more forward momentum for a while after that, but that's still quite a bit of bases that we've gained and quite a bit of ground that we've overtaken here. So that's a good thing. And then the 100th Corps that was in Consien, we finally ejected it. So that's no longer a threat. If these guys have engineers, which they do, I think the first thing we need to work on is getting those forts built back up. Now, I need more engineers than that, but this will be fine to get started. So there you go. There's China. And then again, all of the partisan activity has been resolved here, which helps all of this excess resource and supply and all that stuff flow down into Fusan. And if you look at that, 318,000 resources are in Fusan. Last turn there was 28,000. So if this isn't proof that the Silk Road is flowing, I don't know what is, because that's really helpful to me to be getting all that stuff down into Fusan from the rest of these places here, now that these rail lines are opened up. So hitting some resistance now, at least in 2 places, but that's fine. We've got plenty of time. It's only early January, and we've made a lot of ground in China, so I'm not too worried about it at this time. His supply situation is getting bad. It's going to be getting bad if it hasn't already. Okay, so we finally arrived in Maiktila, so I'm going to tell these guys to attack next turn. And then I've got troops following up behind those, and then we're going to go for Magway and get that resolved now. I want this base taken and cut this fuel off to China ASAP. And I have enough fighters here that I feel like I can properly protect this base, so I'm not worried about any bombing attacks that try to come in. We've got plenty of fighters to deal with that. All right, I am basically getting sick and tired of these Indian troops here just not giving up, so we need to rest for a few turns. I'm guessing the fatigue and disruption here is what's causing issues, so we're just going to wait a little bit. I may want to couple some bombings with this next time we attack, just to be done with this stupid Indian brigade. Okay, as if it's any surprise, my next wave of reinforcements is sitting just outside of Palembang, and we go in next turn, supported by battleships and carriers and all that stuff. And we're going to be landing another basically 38,000 troops here to supplement these forces. So we're not doing too well with the bombardments, right? But the nice thing is that we're still gaining AV back every turn. So we're getting stronger when he's more or less staying stagnant. So we are healing up, and that's fine. Once we bring in more of these reinforcements, we've got more armor, more artillery, more everything there. So hopefully we can start attacking after that and have some success with it, because I really want to be done with this. One of the reasons I want to be done with it is my stupid bombers here are just getting ripped apart. My Sally losses are out of control. I'm running out of bombers. Like, if you look at this, the pool has nothing in it. I have no extra aircraft because we're losing more than we can build every turn. And in the meantime, I'm not suppressing his airfields, which means he's building forts. So we have to get this resolved. I hate this Fortress Palembang crap. I know it's my fault. I did it, but it just sucks. You know, I had other things I wanted to do with this campaign, and this isn't it. Well, I live and learn, I guess. Okay, let's look at Java. So it looks like we were able to successfully get into Java this turn with the bulk of our troops. And next turn, we are going to initiate combat. So we'll put all these guys to combat mode and a deliberate attack. So I'm hoping that we can take this place in one turn. I'll probably use the bombers out of Makassar to support this. And I'm hoping that we catch a lot of damaged aircraft on the ground here when we do it. My guess is these bombers that you're seeing here on the screen are disabled, damaged aircraft from previous bombing attacks. So I want to get these all killed, get this base under control, and then continue pushing up and compressing the finger trap of Java. Over at Merak, we're recovering our AV pretty quickly here. We could possibly move on Batavia, but I don't know if I want to do that quite yet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in a few turns. I'd like to recover some more of our AV from some of these depleted units like this one. So we may hold here, but our bridgehead is secured. That's the most important thing. There's no way he's getting us off of here now, and that was very concerning at one point. Okay, looking at the Philippines. Yeah. So basically, at this point, I just landed the other part of this, which is the Tone Heavy Gun Regiment. Move these guys down here to Clark Field. And we'll take a look at how these guys are doing moving into Bataan. So the Botonko Heavy Gun Regiment is well on the way. These Tone guys are still unpacking. 58th Regiment is almost in. And 52nd Division has started its movement. Also, at Lingayen, we are unloading the last fragment of the 4th Regiment, which will come down into Clark and reform and build this guy up. And once this is built up, right, the 4th Infantry Regiment, we march it down into Bataan and fully reform the 2nd Division right here, which, as you can see, is all in Bataan except for these 2 battalions and this 3rd one here that form the regiment, which is the last fragment we need to reform the division. And then that will be a very potent division for us. Once I do all that, we should be able to take Bataan in 1 or 2 attacks, is my guess. Okay, now you saw that Manila increased in size as far as the airfield getting larger, and that gave us a pretty large boon in base points, because as I explained on my live stream the other day, it's 1 times the port plus 2 times the airfield added together and then multiplied by this number in parentheses for allies or Japan, depending on who you are. So it makes a lot of sense to build up Manila to the biggest you can get it, because you're looking at 4 digits in points here. Obviously, it's worth more to the allies, but they're not going to be able to take this back anytime soon. So I've got years before I have to worry about that. Okay, so not much else to talk about in the Dutch East Indies other than the fact that we do attack Surabaya next turn, which is good. Okay, in the Solomons, all it is just these guys at Port Moresby and these guys here at Nadzab. That's all that's left on all of New Guinea, and then we're done with the Allied troops in the Solomons. Okay, looks like the enemy subs are moving towards us to try to cut us off here at Fiji, and I'm not worried about that. But I am worried about this guy. Where is it? Why didn't we attack here? That's bizarre. You know what? I swear I ordered an attack last turn, but it didn't happen. Oh, I don't know what happened here. Yeah, well, we're attacking next turn. I don't know why it did not go. We should have already captured this base, which kind of stinks. Anyway, one of these ships did take a mine, and I'm trying to find... There it is. The Ugiri. Fortunately, it looks like it's going to survive. Now, what's scary here is that it was the task force that has Kido Butai in it. So that could have been one of my carriers taking a mine. I guess I'm kind of lucky that it didn't go that way. But there's this very small, low-density minefield here. Anyway, so we attack at Nadi next turn. We should have attacked previously, but I guess I forgot to click a button. Whatever. And then what I'm seeing here, and I don't think it's good recon, is it's showing a definite U.S. units in Suva. I have no idea what this is. And I don't know if he's pulled units out or put units in. I think I'm going to fly a bombing attack on these next turn just to get a feel for what exactly he's got here. But yeah, once we take Suva, then I'm basically done with Fiji, other than policing up some of these, these flag bases around here to get the extra points. So there you go. That's the turn. I'm very concerned about this situation, of course. Fortress Palembang is number one concern on my mind because of the fact that we can't seem to bomb the airfields correctly, And we also cannot, well, we can attack. I'm afraid to right now. And then we look up here in China, we're having some issues up here ourselves. We're on this ×3 terrain from this point on. Like, there's no not doing it. We're going to be hitting him on ×3 terrain with major concentrations of troops going forward. And he's got a lot of troops here now. So we're looking at, 900 AV here, probably 400 to 500 there, another 600 there. We have quite a bit of enemy forces that we have to overcome here and here. Now, I do have reinforcements coming in, right? So I've got another 2,000 AV working their way into this hex. And when they're in there, we should be able to push them out. I hope. And then we can just start cascading down these roads. This is going to be a really slow slog here. A lot slower than I had wanted it to be. But I really don't have a choice. I have to do it. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll catch you guys on the next one.